There are more things in heaven and earth than are dreamed of in your philosophy, and many of them are green. You stand at the precipice of a revelation, a truth so profound it has been hidden in plain sight, a silent guardian or a sinister omission from your daily life. Forget everything you thought you knew about health, about food, about the very air you breathe. Because lurking within the innocuous leaves of a simple plant lies a power so immense, so utterly transformative, it could either be your salvation or the bitter secret of your undoing. We're talking about kale, not just a vegetable, but a biological imperative, a cellular screen for justice against the silent war waged within your own body. Are you truly prepared to unearth the hidden mechanisms, the spectral forces, that dictate your vitality, your longevity, even your very consciousness? Or will you remain blissfully unaware, a pawn in a game you didn't even know you were playing? The Veiled Guardians and the Cellular Apocalypse. Behold the Queen of Greens, a title whispered in the hushed halls of cutting-edge nutritional science, yet screened from the battlefields of your microscopic interior. This isn't just a plant. It's a living shield, an ancient sentinel against the encroaching shadow of cellular decay. Imagine your body as a magnificent, sprawling city, vibrant and bustling, but constantly under siege from an unseen enemy, oxidative stress. It's a relentless, molecular assault, tiny, ravenous raiders called free radicals, tearing at the very fabric of your cells, corroding your DNA, unraveling the intricate tapestries of your youth and vitality. Without defenders, this city would crumble, its structures collapsing into a desolate wasteland of disease and premature aging, a monument to the forgotten power of defense. This isn't some distant threat. It's happening inside you, right now. A silent war where every breath, every stressor, every process bite, adds another soldier to the attacking hordes. But kale, in its verdant glory, deploys an arsenal of chemical warriors, a biological elite force. Vitamin A, not merely for eyesight, but a master architect of cellular regeneration, weaving new life from decay, orchestrating the repair crews for every tissue, ensuring the constant renewal of your internal structures. Vitamin C, the ultimate shock trooper, neutralizing threats with lightning speed, fortifying your immune defenses like an impenetrable fortress wall, turning back the tide of pathogens that seek to exploit your vulnerability, a constant barrage of cleansing power. And vitamin K, the silent general, directing the flow of vital resources, ensuring your blood's integrity, a constant watch against internal breaches and uncontrolled bleeding, maintaining the very waterways of your life with quiet authority. These are not mere nutrients. They are the bedrock of your biological sovereignty, the unsung heroes of your continued existence, preventing a cascade of micro-catastrophes that would otherwise lead to systemic collapse. Without these fundamental protectors, your defenses are a sieve, letting in every insidious threat that seeks to diminish you. Yet, beyond these well-known champions, kale harbors elite, shadowy operatives, the powerful antioxidants quercetin and kaempferol. These are not common soldiers. They are special forces, highly trained, targeting specific vulnerabilities that other defenses might miss, working with a precision that borders on the surgical. Quercetin, a biochemical ninja, not only disarms free radicals, but actively seeks out and deactivates the enzymes that produce inflammation, silencing the internal alarm bells before they can trigger a systemic meltdown, preventing the fires from ever igniting. Kaempferol, its equally potent counterpart, works in tandem, a master strategist that can reprogram cellular pathways, urging damaged cells towards a necessary, controlled demise, a process called apoptosis, preventing them from turning rogue and becoming cancerous, a biological purge that keeps the entire system in exquisite, terrifying balance. They are the unseen arbiters of cellular life and death, maintaining order in a chaotic world. But here's where the veil truly lifts, where the secret machinery of kale reveals a deeper truth, a revelation that redefines what you thought possible. the specific isomer of kaempferol found abundantly in kale, kaempferol 3-oxyphoricide, has been observed in preliminary studies to uniquely modulate the expression of sirtuin genes, which are deeply implicated in cellular longevity and stress resistance, suggesting a direct, epigenetic influence on the aging process itself. This isn't just about protection, it's about altering the very timeline of your existence, nudging the hands of the biological clock, potentially extending the prime of your life or allowing it to erode faster than you can comprehend. Think of it, a natural compound, influencing the master switches of aging, the very genes that dictate how long you thrive. Without it, are you merely accelerating your own decay, unknowingly surrendering to a predetermined, accelerated decline, letting your cells age at a pace they were never meant to? The silent war rages, and your cellular city is either defended by these incredible compounds, or it's slowly, inexorably falling, brick by biological brick. The mineral matrix and the ghost in your bones. Beyond the vibrant greens and the antioxidant shields lies another layer of kale's clandestine power. Its rich, almost alchemical mineral profile. This isn't just a list of elements, it's a structural blueprint, a hidden code for building and maintaining the very scaffolding of your being, the silent architecture that holds you upright. Imagine your body not as a solid entity, but as a fluid, dynamic network, constantly interacting with unseen forces, both beneficial and malevolent. Modern life, with its pollution, its processed foods, its relentless chemical barrage, bombards your system with toxins, insidious invaders that seek to corrupt your internal environment, cloud your mind, and steal your vitality, turning your inner sanctum into a toxic battleground. Your detoxification pathways, your liver, your kidneys, your lymphatic system, are the besieged fortresses, fighting a constant, exhausting war against these invisible enemies, a battle of attrition where the stakes are your very health. Kale, with its symphony of minerals, acts as the ultimate internal engineer, reinforcing these defenses, providing the raw materials for the enzymes that dismantle and expel these poisons, effectively a supercharged cleanup crew. Magnesium, often called the spark of life, orchestrates hundreds of biochemical reactions, including crucial detoxification enzymes, ensuring your body can effectively flush out the metabolic waste and environmental pollutants that would otherwise accumulate, turning your interior into a stagnant, toxic swamp, slowly poisoning every cell. Calcium, not just for bones, but a vital messenger, relaying urgent signals between cells, coordinating the expulsion of invaders, ensuring no toxin can hide unchallenged. Potassium, the silent regulator, maintaining the delicate electrolyte balance, ensuring your cells can communicate, can cleanse, can thrive amidst the chaos, a fundamental force preventing cellular chaos. These minerals are not just ingredients. They are the unseen conductors of your body's most critical cleansing operations. And then, there's the profound, almost haunting connection to your bones. These aren't just rigid supports. They are living, breathing reservoirs of mineral intelligence, constantly rebuilding, adapting, and responding to the demands of your life, a dynamic, internal fortress. Without the unique mineral synergy offered by kale, your skeletal system becomes vulnerable, a silent, creeping degradation taking hold, a slow erosion of your very foundation. Bone health isn't merely about calcium. It's about a complex interplay of nutrients that kale provides in abundance, particularly its highly bioavailable forms, preventing the insidious hollowing out from within. A weakening frame isn't just a physical inconvenience. It's a symbolic surrender, a visible manifestation of your body losing its internal battle against time and neglect, leaving you susceptible to injury and diminished capacity. Here's a chilling insight into kale's mineral prowess, a revelation that changes everything you thought you knew about bone integrity. Research suggests that the naturally occurring isothiocyanates in kale, typically associated with detoxification, also play a subtle but significant role in upregulating osteoblast activity, the cells responsible for bone formation, while simultaneously inhibiting osteoclast activity, which breaks bone down, indicating a dual action, regenerative effect beyond just providing raw materials. It means kale doesn't just passively supply calcium, it actively tells your body to build stronger bones, to fortify your very foundation, preventing the slow, silent erosion that modern diets often accelerate. Are you allowing the ghost in your bones to claim victory, slowly dissolving your strength from within, leaving you hollow and fragile, an empty shell susceptible to every bump and fall, a puppet to a weakening frame? The integrity of your very structure, the very framework of your being, hangs in the balance, whispered into existence or allowed to crumble by the silent architects within this green leaf. The gut's hidden empire and the energy drain. Now, let us descend into the abyss, into the unfathomable depths of your own being, your gut. This isn't just a digestive tract. It's a vast, teeming empire, a bustling metropolis of trillions of microscopic inhabitants, a vibrant, complex ecosystem that dictates far more than just what you digest. It's an internal universe, an unseen web of life that, when balanced, hums with incredible power, fueling your mind, securing your mood, and dictating your very energy, a silent engine of human potential. But when this delicate balance is shattered, when the wrong inhabitant seize control, it can transform into a chaotic, mutinous wasteland, draining your vitality and leaving you vulnerable to an array of insidious ailments, a silent saboteur working from within, undermining your very existence. At the heart of this empire's stability, the very architects of its thriving civilization, is fiber. Not just any fiber, but the specific, complex matrix found in kale, a master key for gut harmony. This isn't just roughage. It's the lifeline, the building blocks, the fertile soil for your beneficial gut bacteria, your loyal allies in this internal war, the microscopic guardians of your inner peace. They are the unsung heroes, producing short-chain fatty acids that nourish your gut lining, fortify your immune system, and even cross the blood-brain barrier, influencing your thoughts and emotions with a subtle but profound power. Without kale's unique fiber, these allies starve, their numbers dwindle, and the opportunistic, malevolent forces within your gut begin to rise, spreading inflammation, creating toxins, and hijacking your entire system, turning your gut into a hostile territory. This internal rebellion manifests outwardly as a relentless, soul-crushing energy drain. You experience not just fatigue, but a profound lethargy, a cognitive fog that obscures your thinking, makes decisions feel like monumental tasks, and robs you of your zest for life, leaving you feeling perpetually adrift. Your energy becomes a volatile, unpredictable tide, crashing and surging, leaving you exhausted and vulnerable in its wake, an inability to sustain the mental and physical stamina required for modern life. This isn't just about feeling tired. It's about losing control over your own vital force, becoming a puppet to the internal chaos, unable to sustain the focus, the drive, the very will to engage with the world around you. Every crash leaves you weaker, more susceptible, a gradual erosion of your very essence, a fading echo of your former self. And here, a truly startling secret, a breakthrough that reveals the hidden mechanisms of gut control. Specific insoluble fibers within kale have been identified to selectively promote the growth of Akkermansia mucinifera, a foundational gut bacterium whose presence is strongly inversely correlated with metabolic dysfunction, inflammation, and even certain neurological disorders, positioning kale as a direct modulator of core metabolic and cognitive resilience. This isn't just feeding your gut, it's handpicking the most powerful, most beneficial residents of your internal empire, elevating them to dominance, and thereby rebuilding your defenses from the inside out, establishing a protective barrier against internal and external threats. Without this specific cultivation, are you allowing your gut to become a barren, hostile territory, overrun by the very organisms that will deplete your energy, fog your mind, and make you a shadow of your true potential, leaving you perpetually adrift in a sea of fatigue and confusion, a prisoner in your own body? So, you've heard the whispers, glimpsed the hidden powers, understood the unseen battles raging within your own flesh. But what if all this knowledge, all these safeguards, are merely a band-aid over a much deeper, more terrifying wound? What if the absence of this Queen of Greens from your diet isn't just leading to individual sickness, but to a silent, systemic erosion of human resilience itself? Imagine a world where the majority, unknowingly deprived of these vital defenses, are not just suffering from chronic illness, but are becoming subtly, incrementally, more controllable, less capable of independent thought or action. Consider the implications. A population whose minds are clouded by chronic inflammation from an unbalanced gut, leading to widespread anxiety, depression, and an inability to focus, easily swayed and manipulated. People whose bones are slowly dissolving, rendering them physically weaker, less capable of sustained effort, their bodies betraying them. Individuals whose cellular defenses are compromised, leaving them vulnerable to every new pathogen, every environmental toxin, every engineered stressor, their immune systems constantly on the brink of collapse. What if this isn't just about your health, but about a gradual, collective weakening, a species-wide susceptibility being cultivated through the very food systems designed to feed us, turning the population into a docile, easily managed entity? The truly horrifying truth isn't just that you might get sick without kale. It's that without its potent, multifaceted protection, you become less than you are meant to be. You become less sharp, less energetic, less resilient, less free. The very essence of your vitality, your ability to think clearly, to act decisively, to resist the insidious forces that seek to diminish you, it all depends on these fundamental, often overlooked, powerhouses of nature. This isn't just about a vegetable. It's about the very architecture of human autonomy, a biological foundation for your free will. The deeper you delve, the more you realize that every missed opportunity to embrace this powerful green isn't just a dietary oversight, but a surrender, a forfeiture of your inherent biological strength, leaving you exposed, undefended, and acutely vulnerable to forces you cannot even begin to comprehend, forces that prey on your physiological weaknesses. What if the fog in your mind, the ache in your joints, the weariness in your soul, isn't just getting old, but a symptom of a grander, more terrifying design? What if they know, and you are simply left to wonder, trapped in a body and mind that are no longer truly your own? The only thing scarier than the truth about kale is not knowing it at all.